welcome back to my channel. It's Ivy and today we are making clay pins. I've been seeing a lot of clay pins on different artists' YouTube channels and I've been so excited to try it out for myself. I haven't done anything clay or 3D in a long time, but I've actually only ever worked with ceramics or clay that you would fire in a kiln, so I have no idea how this is going to turn out. But if anything, it seems a lot more simple and straightforward since you can just bake it in your own oven. So if you're interested in trying this out, it's very easy to just do it in your own home. Everything I've bought for this project so far hasn't been too expensive, but the clay itself was a little bit hard to find. A lot of different places had them sold out, but luckily I was able to find it on Amazon, so I'm super excited. A lot of the clay pins that I've been seeing around the internet are these flat little guys that have some sort of shape and then you paint something on top, which I think is super cute. So I'm gonna try a couple of those for myself, but I also want to try something different, something actually three-dimensional, and see how they turn out. I've got a couple of fun little ideas that I'm super excited to see in real life.
But again, I've never tried this type of clay before, so I don't know if I'll run into any problems.
I guess we'll find out. Let's go! So I already got started on some sketches and I've selected a few that I want to move forward with. I'll be using these sketches to create a stencil for what I'll be making. What I've chosen is the little lemon tea, a little juice box version, and a lemon in a cup version. I want to make a little Creamo, a hermit crab, a hermit person, some popcorn, a little bird, a macaroni in soup, because this is a classic Hong Kong breakfast that I love, a paintbrush with some paint, a cat, some more juice boxes, and a person climbing. I also want to do a little animal. Some of these I'll be doing in three-dimensional and others I'll be doing flat. I'm super excited. I also want to make like a tiny me. Maybe I'll make a Kevin too. That would be really cute, I think. So I'll be using these cards to do my sketches on. These are cardstock and thick paper that I used to print, and these are the scraps left behind from cropping my images. I almost never throw anything away because I always see the value in reusing things that can still be used. easy, like this little juice box. I've got a few of these juice boxes, and maybe we'll also make the little lemon tea since it's also quite simple. Okay, can you guys hear the birds outside? It's so pretty. Gonna put the little templates I have on top and trace around it. These little tea juice boxes is because there's something really memorable to me from my childhood. I think any family from Hong Kong would probably say the same. It's a very iconic and classic drink there. I don't really drink it that much anymore because I can't sleep after I drink it. It's like full of sugar and caffeine. So yeah, but they taste super delicious. This one's kind of messy here. I'm gonna use the knife to push it all back down and clean it up. To the pile. Okay, need to go get my dog. Hello, you wanna come inside? You wanna come inside? Come on, come here, baby. Come on. Hello. Hello, you wanna come inside? Oh. I'm back. Okay, I think I'm gonna make 3 of each of these tea things. And this time, instead of rolling it, I think I might just squish it. It's back. Oh, there we go. Hi, Creamo. Hello. I think this is coming out a lot more even than last time. I really like how with this knife I can just hold it from quite far away and still see the whole picture. And it's really quite sharp. Or, well, the clay is really soft anyway. Okay, now before I take that out, I think I'm gonna cut another one. So I think I've actually done all of these. The couple that I haven't done are these ones, and I also totally forgot to make a little stencil for the popcorn. And I think I also want to do the milk one, so I might come back in to make those afterwards. But for these ones, I actually wanted them to be three-dimensional with what we were doing earlier with this little hanging person and the little hugging person. It was a little bit difficult to form the shapes, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to build the inside of the shapes using aluminum foil first, and then I'm going to wrap it with clay. Let's try it out. Going to be a cat, and I want it to be a bit rounded so it can sit on top of the hat. So it could be a cat on the hat. Yeah, I don't know. I think it could be really cute. Just trying to smooth it out and push more of the clay to the bum so that I can have like a bigger bum. That would be really cute. Okay, now the next on my list is this guy, and the way I want him to be is kind of similar. This one's sitting on its belly, this one's kind of upright because I want him to be a pin that sits inside your pocket if you have a chest pocket. It says to bake at 275 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes for every 6 millimeters of thickness. Let's preheat the oven, and then since some of these babies are much thicker than others, we'll put them on a separate tray so they can bake a little longer. No! They're burnt! Wonder if it matters. Since resin fumes are toxic, I've created a temporary setup in my garage to get some fresh air in here, so you might hear some birds in the background. I've got my face mask on for extra protection. I also made sure to protect my hands with some gloves, and I was ready to go. Instead of pouring resin into a container, I'm just pouring them directly on top of the pin and spreading them out with a toothpick. I didn't realize this at first, but since my garage was open all the way, the sunlight was already half curing my resin. It was so crazy fast, so I ended up closing it halfway and working that way. I was so stoked that I was able to fit so many pins on one board, but in hindsight, I think it would have been way easier to maneuver if I had spaced everything out more. While I was working on this, I had the garage lights on, but somehow it was still a bit dim. I didn't really realize it because it looked like my resin was perfectly smooth, but turns out there were some bubbles in some of them, which I was only able to see once everything was out in the sunlight. So, funny story, my friend Linda was over and she thought that the unpainted Kevin pins were so cute and funny looking. She said it looked like the RuneScape elf. So I ended up making her a double-sided elf and Kevin pin. I put each piece under the light for about 30 to 50 minutes to get them fully cured. But I think if you have the extra time to spare, you could go even a little bit longer just to be safe. Oh yeah, and then at some point my camera overheated, so I just carried on off camera because it was too much of a hassle to stop and start again. I've been working on these on and off for about 3 weeks already at this point. It's a whole other evening at this point, and since everyone is at home, I'm just working between the cars because I was too lazy to move them out at this point. By the way, I highly recommend putting up your hair because you do not want to get resin in your hair. If you do get resin on your hands somehow, despite wearing the gloves like I did, then one way to get them out is to rub salt all over your hands, and that's supposed to get all of the resin out. So I did all the front sides first, and then I glued on all of the pin backs with E6000 and left those overnight to dry to make sure that they're nice and sturdy. Once the glue for the pin backings were all set, I resined the back. This is totally unnecessary, but it looks really nice and professional. I let these cuties set in the light while I watched some K-drama, and then we're pretty much done. And those are the finished clay pins. Thank you so much for sticking till the end. I hope you found that helpful if you're making your own. I'll also leave all the links to everything that I bought for this little project in the description box below. If you also love art just like me, then please subscribe for more art and lifestyle related content. Subscribe and hit the bell to get notified. I'm so sorry if any of you have been waiting for me to upload. I've been taking so long between each video because I've actually been preparing to launch my jewelry brand. If you follow me on Instagram, then you already know about this. But once I'm done with that, I'll be resuming my regular weekly content. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I'll see you all very soon.